Hello everyone, this is Tom Montano and I'm here for Rider Magazine at Atlanta Motorsports Park for the launch of the new Yamaha R7. Now some of you purists might be wondering what R7? They brought that back? Well, not exactly. This new model here is basically based off the MT-07, but it's taken the MT-07 chassis and refined it quite a bit to make it a more sport-oriented type motorcycle. So Yamaha wanted to keep it part of the R family, so they relaunched the name R7 because it's a 689cc CP2 motor. So it's close to a 700. But anyway, as far as the motorcycle is concerned, it's actually a very entertaining, fun, user-friendly, easy-going motorcycle. Part of the concept behind the R7 was to get beginner riders and intermediate riders closer to the super sport style riding, as in like an R6 or an R1, but at a much more cost-effective pricing and not nearly as powerful or advanced usage of the motorcycle. So what they've done for this particular bike is they've taken, like I said, the MT-07 chassis and they put 43mm inverted forks, proper forks on it, nicer brakes, 4-piston caliper with a nice Brembo radial mount master cylinder, and they've changed the geometry on the rear linkage to give a little more ride height, and the spring rates have been raised up to something similar to an R6. So what you end up with is a bike that feels more sport oriented, more for track use and racing, but still at the same time very accessible for the beginner or intermediate rider, if I could say that right. Anyway, so my first impression was it's a much narrower bike than, it's the narrowest of all in the R family, which makes for a bike that transitions easier. It's easier to move around on, and then with the CP2 689cc motor, the power delivery is very smooth and non-threatening. There's a little bit more torque down low, gives you a good grunt off the corners, and as you get up into the revs, it sort of flattens out, and then eventually you get to the rev limiter, but there's a nice over rev you can ride out if you need to be. So it's a very fun bike, After riding various thousands and 600s and stuff, this is a great bike just to go out for a good day on the track and have fun, or if you want to race it, or if you just want to ride it around town or do whatever you do on it. I think it's a very well balanced vehicle for that. They've done a great job, the styling and everything. The Bridgestone tires worked awesome. It's got all the latest lighting and everything else, but the one other thing I liked about it is it doesn't have any of the electronics. Traction control, electronic suspension, the power modes and all that, which are great, but if you want to just go ride, get on a thing and go, it's more than capable. It doesn't really need any of that for what it is, which makes it just nice, user-friendly, easy-going type bike. So all in all, I rode it all day today, this morning, mostly, and suspension-wise, it soaks up the bumps, stays composed, handles really well, turns in. Brake is excellent, front brake is excellent. The only problem is, of course, the ABS is on constantly. You can't turn it off. So you just have to modulate how you use the brakes. You can't completely dive bomb it, or else you will get the ABS to interfere with your braking and give you a little bit of freewheeling, so to speak. But I never really had too bad a moment, only that a few times. Other than that, the dash is nice, real easy to read the tack. Got a nice gear indicator, tell you what gear you're in. And then also it has a new slipper clutch, assist slipper clutch is what they call it, and it works really good going into the corners. You can slam and downshifts, no problem. So all in all, I think they've done a great job, and you can't beat it. It's a perfect bike to start on or to continue on if you don't want to step into the full-blown super sport market. It's a fabulous bike to start on. And so as far as the technical aspects and more what exactly is going on with the riding, the characteristics of the bike and everything, you can check out the story on ridermagazine.com.